Hi, in this short demo, we will demonstrate the capability of FuseML to build and manage an end-to-end machine learning workflow. Let's deep dive into the use case. We suppose Winery Co. to be a Portuguese winer specializing in the famous Vinho Verde. Vinho Verde is a unique product from the Minho, the northwest region of Portugal. Medium in alcohol is particularly appreciated due to its freshness, especially in the summer. To offer the best product quality, Winery Co. tasked its AI team with the goal to find a way to model wine quality based on the psychochemical test. So let's see who is this team. We identify 4 specific personas. A data scientist, we will call her Jean. A data engineer, we will call him Sasha. A machine learning operator, Michael. And finally, a full stack developer, Alex. They need to work all together to solve Winery Co. task. And in order to do so, they think about following a specific workflow. Sasha will be responsible to prepare the environment, a Git space to work as a team. A minimal set of tools should be installed by him. So there's a lot of manual effort and manual steps there. Sasha should link or upload the dataset, try to work out on the various versions of this dataset, and finally provide this as a baseline for the data scientist. Jean, the data scientist, she needs to upload the model, eventually reevaluate and rerun and rewrite the model. And to do so, she has specific needs, like evaluate the results and compare the results for each run. To do so, Michael should create a workflow, a pipeline, that automate the training steps and possibly even automate the serving of the model to the inference server. And finally expose this serving to an endpoint so that Alex, the full stack developer, can actually hook up his web application to make it smarter. This workflow need to be run all together and possibly should be done in a way that Michael shouldn't spend too much time in trying to solve each steps. So let's see how we can do that with FuseML. The first step is create the environment. If you didn't do so already, please check out the installation experience of FuseML on this YouTube channel. So as you can see, we already installed FuseML. So we can actually proceed to create the environment. The first step for us would be actually to see the application that Alex actually built. So let's log in as Alex. Alex built in a repo of our Git repo a specific app. In our case, for the sake of this demo, we will use an app built with Streamlit, an open source Python library that allows you to create quick website. So we check out the repo URL and basically we start to run this application. But the application is not smart at all. As you will see, this application simply give us all the things that we should need to predict the wine quality, but we don't have a model there. So let's get back to the workflow. The first step, as said, is create an environment. So Michael, in this case, will create a Git space where the team can work together. So we run FuseML and pass eventually the URL of one of the instances of FuseML, register a new code set, giving it a name and a project name. That is like to say, hey, I want to have these repositories on that Git space with that specific name. Maybe you want to add also a description, like, oh, this is a simple logistic regression demo. And maybe you want to even add some specific labels, like machine learning, demo, logistic regression, so that it could be easier identified by humans. And finally, it's going to say, hey, I'm taking the first environment from this specific local folder. Maybe because I already have everything that is being passed at me by the team. Once done, the code is being pushed. So if we log in as Michael, we will see that actually everything is there. From now this point on, and we accelerate a little bit the effort, everyone can work together. Sasha will go there and upload his files. He has already data files in this case, and so he want to use those to install there. As you can see, it's working exactly as any other Git repo. We can track every changes, we can do the changes as a public request, we can leave comments for the others, so that everyone actually can work together in a single environment. Sasha mark his dataset as a working process, so Gene actually can evaluate it and eventually decided to use. Gene login at the same times, different teams, different things. Has been alerted that actually Sasha created the pull request. He tried to use the pull request with her model. So she's going to upload her local stuff, her local files there. And she left also a comment. Hey Michael, this model is based on the version 1 of the PR that Sasha made. So let's try out. I need really to track this model. So when you run the training, please let me know that I can actually log in on Emberflow and see how it went. She also created a PR for that. And she also marked the PR as a work in progress. Finally, Michael can log in, evaluate those PRs, decided to merge those PRs, maybe even spot some errors there. And so he can literally go there and do the changes that are accordingly. For example, he spotted actually the initial data set from Sasha was as a typo, and so was actually merged in a different folder than expected. He can quickly change those and get back to the normal. So you can literally go there and basically try that. Once everything is set up, Michael will be in a position where he can link this repo to a workflow, to a pipeline if you want. And once he's done that, then basically he will be able to create everything ready. We create everything automated. We're ready. Michael start to create a link between the repo and the pipelines. So the first thing was evaluate the list of the repo that he got. At this point, he can use a pipeline to link those together. What is a pipeline? A pipeline definition is a specific way for FuseML to describe the entire workflow. So once Michael creates this standard universal pipeline, he can basically hook the pipeline to the information that comes out of a repo, so that we can basically train and serve the model accordingly. So he will go to register the pipeline, and in this specific case, as you can see, he's going to make a typo. He forgot to actually to say where he's going to upload this pipeline. But let's see a pipeline for a second. As you can see, the pipeline is made of multiple steps. Basically, inputs and outputs with the steps. The builder steps where we create all together the artifacts, and finally the training and the predictor steps. Once it's ready, it will be created as a pipeline. So now Michael is ready. He push and he figure out there was an error. So you see that the pipeline is not there yet. So I fixed that with passing the URL of his instance of FuseML, and finally push everything. Now when you come back there, the pipeline is there. at this point is ready to run the pipeline. And this is where the first part of this short demo will end up. So you pass again for FuseML the URL of FuseML instance, decide that it is workflow, assign the workflow, and give basically a name that is the name of the pipeline, wine demo in our case. The name of the call set we created before, wine predictor. And finally, the name of the project, demo in our case. That's enough for FuseML to understand what we want to achieve. You will take care of everything that is within that repo, use it to execute it, so do the model training, and once done, you will basically push that to the inference. And with that, we're basically going to close our short demo. Just let's see the last pieces of it to see how basically it's been built. You see, everything's been cloned, the steps are running, and we'll see it for the next demo to actually see how it ended up. Thank you for watching this demo, and see you in the part 2 of